Hey, it's your girl Evelyn here, and I'm back with another video in my Corporate to Carefree, How to Survive Your Day Job While Building Your Daydream series. So if you've missed any of the previous videos, if you're coming on this video, please make sure to check out the series or any upcoming videos. I want you to check it out because I'm sharing a lot of information. And in this video, I'm kind of keeping in the fashion of I'm doing some videos that are about the actually surviving your day job and not being stressed out and feeling trapped and how to manage that. And then also building your daydream or building your business. So this video is on the side of surviving your daydream, your day job, and keeping your sanity. So in this video, what I want to talk to you about is the truth about work-life balance, okay? So, you know, we hear a lot of companies talking about how they really support work-life balance. We read a lot of articles on the importance of work-life balance. And I kind of want to shed a different perspective on work-life balance. And I want to kind of throw a monkey wrench in the whole conversation, which is I don't believe in work-life balance. I believe that work-life balance is a fallacy. I believe that work-life balance is a pipe dream. I feel like work-life balance is misleading and it's named incorrectly, because the reality is there are going to be some seasons in your life, some periods of time where life is going to take precedent over work. And I feel like there are times where work is going to take precedent over life, right? You don't want any of those seasons to be extended, but I feel like the term balance means in equal proportion. And I don't necessarily agree that your work life and your life should be in equal proportion. What I do believe in is work-life boundaries. Okay, let me say that again one time for the people in the back. I believe in work-life boundaries, which to me is very different than work-life balance. And maybe that's the intent behind it. But like I said, watch your words. If you missed the first video when I kicked off the series, when I talked about death of a side hustle, listen, you have to be mindful about the words that you use. I think what's more important than work-life balance is work-life boundaries. And let me start by saying this. Work-life boundaries are 100% your responsibility. They are not the responsibility of the company that you work for. They are not the responsibility of your boss. They are not the responsibility of your peers. They are not the responsibility of your employees. Work-life boundaries, or what people have previously called work-life balance, is in fact 100% your responsibility, right? Rarely, I'm not going to say never, rarely are people going to be like, you know what, you really have done enough for today, so it's time to go home. Rarely is somebody going to say, you know what, I know I called you after hours, but don't pick up the phone if you're spending time with your family. What I'm calling you about after hours can wait. Unless you're on call, that's different, right? But like, rarely is somebody going to say that. If you know anything about setting boundaries in any other area of your life, then you know that boundaries are for you and have to be set by you and have to be enforced by you, and they are for you, right? They're not for the other person, they're for you to keep your sanity. And so one of the things that I go into detail about in the Corporate to Carefree, How to Survive Your Day Job While Building Your Daydream ebook that I've created for you guys is all the different signs that you don't have healthy work-life boundaries and what to do about it, right? So, you know, if you find that, you know, you're complaining all the time, or you're bringing work home, or you have so many meetings at work that you can't actually do work at work, and all these other things that are stealing your life away and that make us feel like we don't have work-life balance, right, which is boundaries, it's because you don't have boundaries, right? And I learned this the hard way. I worked in some jobs and there was all of these unofficial rules. And basically it was, you know, you need to live a boundaryless experience if you're going to work here. And the reality was that's not true. The challenge is most of us have been living boundaryless in our jobs that we don't even know how to start putting in healthy boundaries. And I'm not talking about going there and be crook and be like, you know what, I'm about to set up all these boundaries because y'all been invading my boundaries and I need my work-life balance. And I'm not telling you to do that. There is a way to do it. Ideally, you would like to set boundaries from the very beginning. It's just like in a relationship, right? You set the healthy boundaries from the beginning, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, if it's a business relationship, right? You set the boundaries from the beginning, and you don't set boundaries by saying, I'm going to set some boundaries. You set boundaries by what you allow and what you don't allow, what you accept and what you don't accept, okay? So one of the reasons why I feel like people get super stressed out with their job sometimes is not because the job is bad. You actually may have a great job. You may just not have healthy boundaries when it comes to work being work and life being life, right? And like I said, they're not always going to be in equal proportion, and that's okay, but you get to decide when that happens. That is a boundary that you get to set, right? And then here's the thing about boundaries. If you know anything about setting boundaries, the hardest boundary to set is with yourself, right? So here's one of the examples that I give. Like, if you're taking work home, but you're having conversations with people at the water cooler. I don't know why people use that example, because I don't know if people are really having conversations at the water cooler. What they're really doing is sending messengers and text messages and private emails, right? Talking about whatever the latest drama that's going on in the office. But if you're doing that and then you have to take work home, you haven't set a boundary with yourself, which is, I'm going to do work at all costs so that I don't have to take work home. So no, if you want to talk to me about that, you're going to have to schedule an appointment with me, because I have planned out my day. This is what needs to get done so that I'm not behind, so that I don't have to bring work home. That's a boundary that you have to set with yourself to make sure that you stick to it. And then that's a boundary that, you know what I'm saying, you have to set with other people, which is, hey, listen, I would love to help you. My day is pretty full with things that I have to do. Can we set up a time where we can go over this? You know, these are 2 slots that I have available. You see the difference? You don't have to be like, I don't have time for this right now. This is why I can't never get no work done, because y'all always try. No. Okay. So having healthy work-life boundaries is greater than having work-life balance, right? And learning what boundaries you need to set, right? Learning what boundaries you have let slipped are all up to you. But like I said, I go into detail about them and how to set them and things you can say in the Corporate to Carefree, How to Survive Your Day Job While Building Your Daydream ebook/workbook. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see the difference between work-life balance and work-life boundaries. And the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is, it's your responsibility. If you're waiting for your company or corporation or organization to enforce work-life balance or work-life boundaries on you, that is a clear sign that you don't have healthy boundaries and you're already probably out of whack. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you share it with your friends and family, as well as sharing the other videos in this series, because I think it's really beneficial for those of you who really want to build a business that's going to become your full-time business, but you still need to work a job right now. So if you want to follow me on social media to see what I do when I'm not doing these videos, you can follow me at Chef Evelyn on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, Pinterest, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.